Well, here it is. It came in the mail today, and I was going to make another review for y'all, but usually today I got the S.H. Monster Arts Heisei series, so I wanted to continue, but no. The legendary MonsterVerse Godzilla 2019 came in the mail today, so I figured I'd do a review of him instead. Now, let's go ahead and get right into it. Like usual, we're starting out from head to tail. Now, looking at the head, we have a very nice paint job and sculpt. It's a bit smaller head, but still got very good detail, and hopefully, and it kind of has derp eyes, a bit of a derp jaw too. Speaking of jaws, his one accessory is a jaw with a sort of atomic blast piece right here. There's a little hole right there, right? And what you do is that you'll take the atomic beam it comes with, and you'll put it in the hole like so. And then with the ball joint jaw, you can connect it to his mouth for the whole atomic blast effect. But let's get back into the head. We have a black paint job with a ball jointed head, ball jointed neck, and a ball jointed jaw. For articulation though, the head can look up about this much, down about this much, and look left about this much, right this much, and can just move like that pretty much. Now, what do I think of the whole sculpt? It's a good job. I like it. I really do. They did put a lot of detail into it. Let's just get a good look at his eyes too. You can see his eyes are a yellow paint job with black pupils. They didn't put a lot of detail like usually some other eyes how they did. And of course his teeth are white, and the inside of his mouth is a darker red, different from the 2014. It's a bit darker than the 2014, unless I'm wrong. But we're going to do a comparison with him and the 2019 NECA Godzilla figure, and yeah, but that'll be later on in the video. Now, just looking at the spikes and the whole detail and the gills right there around his neck, very nice. It's a very good job in detail. You can actually see the gills. I couldn't see the gills on the 2014 figure. And let's get a look on the other side too. Very good detail. Nice bumps and the usual Godzilla-like textured skin. And of course his mouth can open, and it's a little loose. Probably just have to put the ball joint in. You can open and close it, of course. Now, let's go on to his torso. Looking at his torso, abdominals, arms, hands, legs, it's all pretty great sculpt. Everything is just a great job. Now, looking at his hands, we don't have the sand-like feature on the 2014 figure. Instead, it's all black, and I like that. And there's no bleeding of the paint job onto the fingers. That's a good job. His hands are also going to relax and also a clawed-like pose. His chest doesn't have that greenish sand paint job on it. Neither does his abdominals do, just like the 2014 figure. It's kind of a weird looking texture, but yep, it's Godzilla for sure. Now, looking at his hands, he has 4 fingers, and it can rotate up, down, in, out, 360 degrees. Can also bend in at the elbow, and forearm can rotate 360 degrees, and his arm can rotate 360 degrees. Can also go up and down about that much from the shoulder. His torso can also bend down about this much, bend up about that much. And let's have a look at the side of his torso. Good detail right there. Very rough feel with the scales and spikes and all. And let's look at the other side. Once again, a very great detail. And just look at those freaking spikes too. Dorsal plates. Yeah, great job. They got the nice detail. Oh, that's pretty movie accurate. It's got the, of course, rough texture and just rough feel to it. Alright, now with the torso and all out of the way, let's move on to his lower body. Once again, looking at your feet, S.H.Monsterarts has done a great job. They do have the tannish-like features a little bit on the claws, but there is none of that bleeding stuff onto where his claws meet the rest of his toes. And yes, he does have 4-clawed toes. And we also see the good usual Godzilla-like textured skin. A nice, rough, very great detail. I just love S.H.Monsterarts. One thing I don't like is that freaking gap right there. I guess I can fix that somehow. There, I kind of got rid of it. Let's see if I can do it to the other side too. Yeah, that kind of got rid of it. Now, just looking at the whole texture of the Godzilla's legs and all, great rough detail. Just love the feel. I just love putting my thumbs and just rubbing up and down on it, and just feeling the rough crocodilian like texture. And of course, articulation. I would rotate this 360, but it came off. But as a ball jointed foot that can move up and down, left and right and such, you can also bend at the kneecap. And the leg, of course, can rotate 360 degrees. Now let's just get a good look at his legs real quick, because I'm really liking the detail and all. Get the lighting better on it. Yeah. Just great detail. I just really love S.H.Monsterarts. Alright, now let's get to the back and tail. Alright guys, it is size comparison time. Now on the left we have the NECA Godzilla 2019, and on the right we have the S.H.Monsterarts Godzilla 2014. Now we can see great detail between the S.H.Monsterarts and the NECA figure. Just zoom in on, you can see how not a lot of effort was really put into it. It's kind of having more of a dry, sandy vanilla feature, and of course very bad eyes and paint for the teeth and all. Just very terrible. Honestly, the 2014 NECA Godzilla is a whole lot better. Now let's just have a comparison between the faces. All right, here's NECA, and there's the Monsterarts head. To get it zoomed in and concentrate on that a little bit. Now, and his eyes are a bit derpy, but I did order 2 figures, so that way we'll have something to fall back on in case it is like I expected, a bad figure. Well, it still is a great figure. Just not all figures are gonna be perfect. Now, just looking at the NECA and the 2019, keep screwing up. The 2019 S.H.Monsterarts absolutely destroys the 2019 NECA figure, and comparing it to the S.H.Monsterarts Godzilla 2014, we can see it has more detail. This one has a more rougher detail, while this one has more of a lighter, more sand greenish like detail. The 2019 has a smaller head, and the 2014 has a bigger head with more pronounced nostrils than the 2019 one does. 2019 one also has rather smaller eyes, and the 2014 has so much more bigger eyes. And yes, it also has derp eyes. Great. Also, comparing it at their torsos also have different paint job and everything, but it's similar black. Same thing for their lower bodies. Their legs and toes are different with different shapes. And now let's go ahead and look at their tails. Looking at their back and tails, we can see the NECA Godzilla 2014 has a much longer tail, and the 2019 S.H.Monsterarts is only slightly behind, while the NECA is also slightly behind as the 2014 as well. Yet they do have the detail right for the tail for S.H.Monsterarts, of course. NECA, it looks like Godzilla's skin is just a lot more drier, a lot more bonier looking, like a vanilla black. But anyway, let's do this comparison again. Honestly, in my opinion, is that I highly recommend the S.H.Monsterarts 2019 figure much more than I do the NECA 2019 figure. I mean, the NECA figure just has so many bad features on it and a terrible paint job. It does look like a much more older Godzilla, really, and it has more of an aged vanilla black detail, kind of sandy too. And the reason I got these figures posed like this is just to show you which one I prefer. I prefer the S.H.Monsterarts much more. Now, there is differences between 2014 and 2019 S.H.Monsterarts figure, not just minor paint details. Is that one has a bigger head than the other, one has a different shaped eyes, one has a different shaped teeth, and different paint on the inside of the mouth, different styled nostrils, but they're still both great figures. Now, if you want to get the NECA, the 2014 S.H.Monsterarts, and the 2019 S.H.Monsterarts, you can get them on Amazon, eBay, Big Bad Toy Store. But yeah, I'll have more figures reviews coming up soon, guys. This is Rathgo G, and I am out.